Hey everyone, welcome if you're new here. My name is Missy and this is Tarot with No Filters. If you're a returner, I am so happy to have you back, and don't forget to like and subscribe to all notifications if you haven't already. Also, feel free to leave me a comment down below and let me know what's resonating for you. And if you need a personal, check the description box for my website. Now, for this one, we gonna be seeing what do people say when your ass leave the room, collective. So I'm gonna say it over the energy and shuffle the deck. I'm gonna shuffle a little bit more, and then we're gonna see what we get. So, hello, spirit guides, ancestors, the universe. What do people say when a collective leaves the room? Gratitude. Yeah, gratitude. First one, keep playing, you're gonna fuck around and find out. So it's giving you give off a lot of sexual energy. People may see you as a flirt, and it's like when you leave a room, they think he or she playing, but I'm serious as fuck. Like whatever flirting y'all was doing when you leave a room, people think about that shit and they serious about whatever y'all's talking about, but they feel like your ass is just playing. Like you could be somebody to flirt with a number of people and just walk off. Like, people feel like you ain't taking them serious, and that's what they talk about when you leave the room. Like you a tease, but you ain't for real, you playing. But if you get these folks a chance, they on that shit. I brag about you. So when you leave the room, anybody that knows any of your accomplishments talks about them, or they talk about how smart you are, or whatever they know about you, they brag about you. Like, oh, do you know she or he, da 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 da. Like, they love to tell people shit about you when they're talking about you. Like, I feel like it's a good little couple minutes at least conversation about you when you leave amongst the people. And people that don't know you, or that's their first time seeing you, they listening because they getting interested too. Like, this person is interesting. So they're gonna be paying more attention to you the next time they see you, those new people. But people brag about you, your looks, and whatever accomplishments they know about when you leave a room. Also, some hit the floor. They also brag about if they feel like they've gotten anywhere with you. Like, if they've gotten to a point where some people are just at a high and by with you, but if they've gotten to a point where maybe y'all got some type of inside jokes, or they've had any private conversations with you, they brag to people about getting further with you than other people. We had two hit the floor. Sometimes I'm quiet around you because I'm nervous. I see my entire future in your eyes, and it's kind of scary yet exciting at the same time. And I think about that night all the time. Some of you work third shift, and somebody on your shift is thinking about a particular night that y'all work together. Maybe you were really silly, or maybe you somebody to get real silly when you tired. But it's like they had a good time with you at work, and they think about that all the time. Or there could have been again work. Like, if you work with this person, there could have been a time where y'all got an opportunity to work in an area alone, where they got to spend some alone time with you and talk to you, or maybe get to know something about you. And they think about that all the time. I feel like also people feel like they don't know a lot about you. It's like you talk to everybody, but nobody really can tell anything about you for real. It could also be because maybe it's a situation where people are so busy telling you about themselves that they never really find anything out about you. Bottom of the deck was roster energy. So they talk about that too when you leave, like how people on your shit, or how like you have a slew of people that want to chase you around, but you're not really taking nobody serious. Or maybe you and your hot girl or hot gas summer. Take it as it resonates. That floor hard as fuck. The one on the floor. Hell no. Hold on. Where'd it go? I started sliding with my foot. Now see. Hold on, yeah. Oh, there you go. Willing to be a girl or a man on the side. So if people know that you have a partner already, they talk about how they were willing to be Your side chick or your sad, your sad guy. Take it as it resonates. I feel like also people, whether they know or not, they assume that you are in a long-term serious relationship. It's giving a vibe too that you are very confident. People see you as like very confident and free and fun and just have a good time. Maybe you don't take life too serious, but I also feel like you get shit done. It's like you do your work or you handle your business or whatever you need to do, but at the same time you can have a good time, or you make shit look easy. Like you don't make it look too hard or nothing like that, like you stressing or nothing. Even if you are, people feel like you kind of living on easy street, or you just maybe you just got like a bubbly vibe, or you a happy person in general. Number collector. And when you leave a room, people talk about how you are a number collector. For some of them people, they have given you their number and you've never used it, so you really are a number collector in their eyes. And they talk about that like, yeah, I've been trying to talk to her or him for a minute now, and they got my number, but they'll never use it. Like that's why they feel like you're just a tease. It's giving big tease energy. Like but people like being teased by you. Like they like chasing you. Maybe you could be a Sagittarius, or a Leo, or a Aries, or I guess a fire sign apparently. But people feel like you like being chased, but people enjoy chasing you as well. You can have women, if you're a woman, imitate you, or you can have men imitate you to try to see if they can gain the same attention you do, but they can't copy your vibe. What do people say when a collective leaves the room about them? I feel like you wanted by a lot of people in a lot of places you don't realize. Or like when you walk in the room, you got like star energy, or you like turn heads, or you draw a lot of attention. But it's a lot of people wherever you are interested. And a lot of people feel like you're a number collector, even though you already in something else, or they feel like you're in something else, even if you're not. Lady or gentleman in the streets, freak in the sheets. So people talk about how, yeah, that's under I brag about you. People talk about how put together you are. I feel like you also can be somebody like maybe you don't cuss a lot, or maybe you don't cuss in normal conversation. If you're a woman, they feel like you're very put together, very ladylike. It's like you know how to have fun, but you don't. Maybe you never like. It's like a situation where they couldn't imagine you ever talking sexually. It's like an innocent, ladylike type vibe, but you about your business. It's hard to explain, but it's like they feel like there's some freak in the sheets, but nobody is quite sure by how you appear outwardly. But they brag about how, if that is the case, you separate the two, like you keep that side hidden or something. And for some of you, they feel like the dick or the pussy good. They feel like that's why you confident, or that's why you don't need to harp on that or like try to flaunt that or talk about that, because you know what your sex game is like. And people are curious about it. If anybody has ever slept with you or spent any time outside of work with you or outside of a formal situation, they brag about that shit too. They tell people about it. Even if, like, for some of you, you might have had a coworker that you always talking to, you let them come to your house, but nothing really happened. They tell people about that shit. Like, they brag about that, even though nothing happened. They might even tell people nothing happened, but it's still bragging about it. Like, they never you say they got to get that far with you. I feel like it went nowhere though. The other one that came out, 909 on the Tama. You bring out my inner child. I feel like you could be, I was getting that vibe earlier when I was talking about that night or something. I feel like some of y'all are real playful, or you could be like real playful at work. Like maybe you run around or jump around or sing or dance or something. Or I feel like you are in touch with your inner child, and so you may have like a childlike presence sometimes, or some of you specifically when you get sleepy as fuck, you get like a childlike presence, especially if you work Thursdays or you work late or something, and you bring that out in other people, especially people that are older than you. You could also, if you're a woman, specifically if you're a woman, this could be if you're a man too, but specifically if you're a woman, you could have older men that are trying to talk to you, but you bring out the inner child in them, so they act a little childish around you, like they could tease you, like schoolyard teasing type shit, like pull your hair or just like make little jokes or give you nicknames or weird stuff like that. But it's like you bring out people's inner child, but it's like you got a playful vibe or a playful energy, but you still gonna get your shit done. And they brag about that, and it's like you still well put together, like you still smell good as fuck, look good as fuck and shit. It's like it's giving like an onion, like you got a lot of layers, and people love all these different sides of you. They brag about how you float through the different sides, like how you switch when you need to, effortlessly. That's a lot. I'm pretending not to care. We have 3 come out. I love your style. And I love to watch you when you're not looking. So for some of you, if you're a woman, you may carry yourself in a very feminine way, but some people love to watch you be very feminine when they're not looking, or when you think nobody is watching you. When you not looking. It's like when you think you by yourself and maybe you like sigh, or maybe you like I'm seeing somebody rest their hand on their hands in like a very feminine way, and people like to watch this, or they like to watch how you do things when you think people are not looking, because they know whatever it is, you're gonna get your shit done, but you're gonna do it in like a real feminine way, like, or maybe they like the way your body move when you do shit. It's a mix of that. But it's people pretending not to care when they're around you, because it's like they don't think you would take them serious anyway, so they trying to be as unserious as they feel like you are, but I feel like these people got feelings though. And a lot of people talk about your style. As far, I'm definitely getting jewelry. Like if some of you might wear a lot of jewelry, or whatever jewelry you wear on your hands, people talk about it a lot when you leave the room, like how you put your shit together. I feel like they talk about, like, some of you may wear jean jackets, or you wear like a jean jacket and pants set, like a whole outfit, and people talk about how you put your clothes and your jewelry, and if you wear makeup and your hair, all that shit together, and you look very well put together all the time. That's why I feel like some people are surprised when they see that inner child side of you. It's like you look so grown. Like you look like you a grown ass man or a grown ass woman, and you are. But at the same time, you could be playful, silly, and fun. You could kick back and not take shit too serious. And people like that. They like how you float through them sides. You're so smart. So people, yeah, I brag about you. For some of you, you might have a higher degree or multiple higher degrees, but people brag about how smart you are. Like, they can tell by the way you talk that you're very intelligent. Even if you don't have multiple degrees, you could have been a kid that read a lot, or you just read a lot in general. So I feel like you know a lot of words. Like, it's a lot of people around you feel like your vocabulary is very expansive. Like, you say words or use words that people don't understand or know. But sometimes they look them up, but people feel like they learn from you too, and they appreciate that, and they brag about that, and then they start using the words that they learn from you in sentences too, so that they look smarter. Let's blend families, flipped out. So people that, for some of you, you got kids, and people that know you got kids talk about wanting to have a connection with you, where y'all blend families or be together. They feel like y'all can vibe together well and raise kids together well for some reason. I don't know. I feel like they're basing that off of how you are, or as to how you would be as a parent, but they're not quite saying, like, they're not saying nothing about how they would be as a parent. It's just they basing it off of how they feel like you would be. Like, you would be a fun parent or something like that. But people talk about wanting to blend families with you, wanting to be in a deeper connection with you when you leave the room. And I feel like sometimes when they do it, like, for some of you, it could be a situation at work where you work somewhere, like, or maybe it's like a conference room situation where, like, you leave a meeting or something, and then people are talking about you when you leave, and it's like new people there. So like the new people are getting interested, so they're gonna be paying attention to you more the next time they see you because of what the other people had already said about you. And they're really paying attention because there's multiple people saying stuff, and they're all kind of saying the same thing, like you want it wherever you are by a lot of people. Don't even know it. They raising your stock to these new people too. Attention grabbing beauty. Yeah, you got attention grabbing beauty, and I feel like that's something else people talk about when you leave, like how you look. I think I've been saying that the whole time or whatever. I feel like you seen as very sexy or very handsome. Like, what the fuck? Like, you draw a lot of attention when you come in a room, or you just outshine a lot of people wherever you are, and people talk about that. Like, you make people stop what they're doing and look, or you might even distract people in traffic, like while you crossing streets and shit, or like if you're a woman, you could even see men run into walls or run into poles and shit. Like, it's that type of vibe. Like, you turn heads, whether you're a man or a woman, but you humble. And I feel like maybe you don't realize how much you turn heads, or even if you do, people feel like you don't realize it, and they brag about that type of shit, like beauty and brains. Like, this person is like the full package. And even if I couldn't be with them, I'm sure it wouldn't be on set, because I bet the pussy or did good. What do people say when a collective leave the room? Somebody's name is Stephanie, Rachel, Amanda, Orlando. I'm emotionally invested. I'm more emotionally invested in this than I care to admit. And you bring out the best in me. So I feel like people, even when they're in a shitty mood, they get in a better mood when you're around. They behave better when you're around too. Like, even if you walk into a space, like, especially if you're a woman, if you walk into a space where there's a bunch of men, or maybe you work in a place where there's a bunch of men, but they stop all the men jokes and all the nasty ass locker room talk when your ass come around, and then they'll smack each other for it. Like, yo, you see her around. Like, it's that type of vibe. Like, people chill out they fuckery when you come around. You could also be a supervisor or a team lead at your job. If you a man, it's like women prepare themselves to see you, like they preen themselves, or like if you a man and you a supervisor, it's like people work harder when you come around and when you show up. But a lot of people are emotionally invested. People that have spent any amount of time having conversations with you or alone with you are more emotionally invested than they care to admit. And that's why it's like, even if I couldn't be with you, because they assume you got somebody else, they willing to be on the side, because that's under willing to be your girl or man on the side. Some of you could be from New York, or maybe people feel like you got a New York vibe, like you just real slick and smooth or something. Or you could be from Chicago as well. I'm also here in Delaware. I don't know nothing about Delaware or the vibe there. So maybe you could be from Delaware. Sneaky link came out. So when you leave the room, people talk about wanting to be a sneaky link, like they've been saying. They want to be a sneaky link. The person on the side. What was that? We getting the last three. Guards up, which I seen when I was shuffling, and no one compares to you. Where have you been all my life? So a lot of people wonder, where the fuck you been? Because they ain't never met nobody like you. But it's like, now that they met you, like, you a whole fucking vibe. And most of them want to be with you, or they want to figure out what the fuck you do for skincare. I'm here. Or like, what's your exercise routine? But like, people are like, you're becoming a standard for people. I just seen Let's Try Again in the deck, but it didn't come out. It's some of your exes, they want to try again. Like, or you could have that a lot. Like, you could be the one that break up with people all the time, and they always want to come back. Like, you could be somebody that has never been broken up with. That's me too, y'all. But you could be somebody that has never been broken up with, because you do the breaking up, and people are very happy in connection with you, but you aren't satisfied. It's like, yeah, it's easy for them to be happy, because who ain't happy with you, but who's gonna make you happy? And so you could have left a lot of people once you wasn't happy, but them people want to get back. All of them people. Like, you could have a lot of exes that want to get back every time they see you. Especially if you got kids with any of them exes, they could be on that shit every time they see you. People also feel like you got your guards up, though. Maybe that's why you just kind of flirt and run off, or people feel like you flirt and disappear a lot. like you say some slick shit and slide. Like, on the go type flirting or something. This is the vibe I'm getting. Like, drive through shit. This is weird. Last one. What do people say when the collective leave the room? What's the last one? That's 4. Too many. But people feel like you're destined for success. That was on top of that pile. And they brag about that shit. That's what they talk about, how successful you gonna be or you are. You giving off star energy or you look successful already. Because you well put together. What's the last one? What do people say? Too many again. It's a big ass pile. I'm afraid to lose the control. People feel like if they get in a connection with you, they will fall in way deeper than you ever could because they feel like you're not gonna give equal. It came out. I'm afraid of losing control. Yeah. People feel like you're not going to give equal in a connection and they could fall in deeper, but you would never fully be theirs because your looks, like, it's always somebody else going to come around or like they feel like... I'm hearing from that movie. I can't think of what movie it is right now. It's either 5 Heartbeats or Temptations, but every night I got to fight to prove my love. That's how people feel. Like they going to lose control. Like some people feel like they're going to be having a fight with people all the time if they with you because it's giving a vibe, and this could have happened in other connections. You could have situations where like you on a date with somebody or you out with somebody that you are obviously with, and people of the opposite sex don't get no fuck. Like they still come up trying to talk to you even when this person is there. So this person feel like they gonna always have, I'm looking at guards up again, they're gonna have to have their guards up because they're gonna have to argue with people everywhere y'all go. Because people ain't gonna regard their presence when you around. Bottom of the deck is, I replay our memories with things I should have said. So when you leave a room, people talk about, especially men, if you're a woman, they sit in a group and do it. People talk about things they should have said or how they should have responded to certain things you said or certain situations or times they could have slid in some slick shit or some sexual shit, but they didn't take the opportunity. They reminisce about opportunities they didn't take with you. That's what it is. But yeah, y'all, so I'm going to leave it right here. So if you resonate with this one, leave me a comment down below. I don't know why that came out so weird. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you need a personal, check the description box. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.